morning, children. Once again, a very hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. Myself, Rosmin sir, imparting knowledge of English to the students of 9 to 12 standard in English medium. Students, if you remember, so far we have completed 4 lessons from your first flight and 4 lessons from your footprints. So today we will begin your 5th lesson. Remember, 5th and 6th lessons are continuation, in continuation with each other. Okay, the story which stops in the 5th lesson is also continued in the 6th lesson, and it is a very touching, appealing story. It definitely gives us some message that only the sufferer knows what the pain is. We should not go on harassing the other people to the extent that we only cannot forget ourselves in future. Okay, so we must check the capacity of the other people, whether they have that tolerance power or not, and accordingly we should act. Like these incidents are common in school and colleges and other places where you go. But students, we must, as a human beings, we should never do what is done over here by Peggy and her group. Okay, so I'll begin over here. 5th lesson, The 100 Dresses 1, written by L. Bisor Esther. Now, this particular writer has mostly written the stories of children. Okay, so in this story also we come across some school going children, and most of them are girls only. There is a mention of some boys only on 1 or 2 occasions. Otherwise, the story revolves around a few girls. The main is Wanda Petronsky. Now, Wanda Petronsky is a Polish girl, okay, who's staying in America, United States. The other girls are American, so they have the tendency to discriminate. Okay, so our Asian people, African people, whenever they went to, or in the olden time I am talking about, when they went to this Britain or some foreign countries like that, France, America, they always faced this discrimination. Okay, so here Wanda Petronsky is a Polish girl. Now, what do you mean by Polish? So, Polish are actually the people. Polish community, if we talk about, then Polish community are the people of Poland, okay, who left their country during the partition for economic and political reasons, as well as ethnic persecution practiced by Russia, Austria, and Prussia. So, these basic countries, Russia, Austria, and Prussia. Prussia means present Germany, Belgium, and some part of the other countries. That was combinedly known as Prussia. So all those countries were torturing these people. So many of them left their own Poland country when the partition of Poland took place, and they went and settled in America. So they were not particularly known as Polish people, but they were known according to their country's name: Irish Poles, American, Russian Poles, Austrian Poles, like that. They were just known. Okay, they made their this one, immigration in 1608, but the greater immigration, the big immigration, largest amount of immigration took place in the 20th century. So 20th century, many of the Polish people went and settled in America. So they were discriminated. Okay, discriminated as Irish, Italians, and Jews, and most of them were Jews. And why Jews people left their country? Because you see, in Germany, Nazis came into power, and during Holocaust, this Hitler killed about 3 lakhs Jews in gas chambers. So all had the fear of their life that if they remain over there, they would also be killed that way. So during that time, most of the Polish people just left Germany also, Russia also, and they went and settled in America. Compared to that, America was safe for them. Okay, so this main girl of our story, Wanda Petronsky, is again a Polish girl, and she goes to one American school where the other children are Americans. Okay, so among them, a few, when you go to school, always there will be a group of few people who will act like bullies. Okay, they would just harass others, they would make fun of the others people. So here similarly is the condition of Wanda Petronsky. She is mainly harassed by Peggy and her group. Now, along with Peggy, there is one more girl, Maddie. Her name is Madeline, but in short, she is known as Maddie. So, first, Maddie she also joins this harassment, but then later on, she realizes that what she does is wrong. What her group does, that is wrong. Okay, but she is not in position to tell Peggy because she has that fear. Peggy is what the widely accepted person in the school, student in the school. Okay, she has got that sort of personality. She is getting good marks, she is good in drawing. Okay, but she is like a bully. So she just makes fun of like these people, and she has a few girls also to support her. So by that, Peggy feels that she has got some limelight. Okay, but Maddie feels like telling her, "Ki stop this harassment to Vanda." But again, Maddie is also student from backward family. She is also not that rich. Here, Vanda Petronsky, when she comes to school, she normally wears only one frock, blue faded frock. And on the other hand, if you find Madeline, yani Maddie, then she wears somebody's handed down clothes, means second hand clothes. Her mother makes certain changes in that, and those clothes Maddie is wearing. So, in a way, we can say that Maddie's condition, economical condition, financial condition is almost similar to that of Vanda. So, she feels that if I tell Peggy to stop harassing Peggy might stop harassing Vanda, but she would start harassing her, and that's what she did not want to happen. So, because of that, she never told Peggy. She could not tell. So many times she decided, but then also she could not tell her. Ki you stop harassing Vanda. Okay, so all those things we will see in the story. Let's see the background of the story first. Okay, so as I told you, students, Polish people, vast number of Poland people, they just left their country during the partition of Poland because of the economic reasons, political reasons, and the ethnic tortures which was practiced by Russia, Austria, and Germany. So many of them left their countries and settled in America. So first here some information is there about that. The Polish American community in the United States. The first Polish immigrants arrived in America in 1608. But the largest wave of Polish immigration occurred in the early 20th century. So that's what I told you, referring to that Holocaust practiced by Nazis. When more than 1 million Poles migrated to the United States. The Polish state did not exist at that time, and the immigrants were identified according to their country of origin rather than to ethnicity. Okay, rather than their race. They were identified as Russian Poles, German Poles, and Austrian Poles. One of the most notable Polish American communities is in Chicago and its suburbs. So, Chicago and its suburban area. So, Chicago is sometimes called the second largest Polish city in the world. Okay, these people have concentrated over there. Concentrated means settled over there. Next only to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Polish Americans were sometimes discriminated against in the United States as were the Irish, Italians, and the Jews. So, as the Irish people, Italians, and Jews were discriminated, similarly, these people were also discriminated. According to the United States 2000 census, 6,67,414 Americans of age 5 years and older reported Polish as the language spoken at home. So, from language, they could make out that these many people were Polish people. They were speaking the same language. Okay, which is about 1.4% of the people who speak languages other than English. In America, normally they speak English, American English. Okay, or 0.25% of the US population. So that is the background of the Polish people. Now we will continue your story. So when we begin the story, what is there? It is a Monday. School has already started and Vanda Petronsky is missing. So when she is missing, that time only people just note her. Otherwise, mostly these few girls I told you, Peggy, Maddie, and her group, they are ready to just harass her. So today is Monday. Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat. It means she was absent. But nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Okay, they were just remembering her only to make fun of her. And today she was absent, but they did not notice only. Usually, Wanda sat in the seat next to the last seat in the last row in room number 13. So, room number 13, this entire class was sitting in. Okay, in the last row she used to sit. Why? Because in the other rows, other American girls were there and American boys were there. So, on the last bench, few American boys were sitting and they can be considered as LLB, Lord of the Last Bench. So on the next bench, in the last row, she used to sit. Okay, with the boys. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat. So mostly you see last benches would be not good enough in studies. That is the normal impression. Okay, so all those boys who are not getting means good marks in exams and all that, they used to sit on the last bench, and in that corner only this Wanda also used to sit. The corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet. Okay, scuffling means noisy movement, feet movement. Most roars of laughter when anything funny was said. So these children who are sitting on the last bench, mostly you will find in all the schools and colleges. Okay, they would be average or below average in studies, but whenever anything funny happens, they will be the ones who will make the most of it. Okay, so here they were also scuffling their feet. Most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor because they were rubbing their feet again and again. Okay, distracting the attention of the students and distracting the attention of the teachers. That is what they are. It seems that they are made for only for that. They don't want to study. They don't even want others to study. They don't even want teachers to teach. Okay, so that is the impression they have got. Now, Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. So when you look at Wanda, she is not like those boys. She is not very rough or noisy. She is very calm girl. Okay, very peaceful, calm. She hardly talks. And then also she sits on the last bench. Why? On the contrary, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. Okay, and nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. So there, that much calm she was, that much quiet she was. Even when something funny went on in the class, she would not laugh. Nobody had heard her laughing also. So when she sits on the last bench, our impression for Wanda is totally wrong. Okay? Normal impression is rough boys or rough girls sit on the last bench, but here she is totally opposite of that. Okay. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all. So at the most she would give a wry smile without opening her mouth. Okay, she would not laugh out loud like the other boys and girls. So that was all the thing that she would do. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. So the place from where she came, that is given over here. You will have to remember that place. She comes from Boggins Height. Okay, students, and see, it is a rough way. Means I say it is a not a road but a path. So on path you will find a lot of mud. So when she comes walking, so her shoes also get dirty. So that's why it is said dry mud. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. So mostly the children would remember her when during recess time or when the school gets over or before the school. Because that is the time when teachers are not around and they get full freedom to make fun of anybody. Once their classes begin, Means she is sitting on the last bench. The people who are sitting front, they cannot make fun of her from here there, because teacher is also standing before them. Understood? So once the classes begin, then all would forget her. The time when they thought about Vanda was outside of school hours, I told you. Okay, at noon time when they were coming back to school, or in the morning early before school began, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard. So this is a particular time when they would remember Vanda. And why they would remember Vanda? To make fun of her. Okay. Now here in this situation, students, sometimes those who are making fun of the others, they should also put themselves into the situation of that particular person. If at Vanda's place, if I am there, how would I react? Okay, what would happen to me? If they do this much, I think from the next moment onwards, they would stop harassing anyone. Okay, so here you see, then sometimes they waited for Vanda to have fun with her. So all those girls who were moving in the group, they would wait for her. Why? To make fun of her. The next day, Tuesday, Vanda was not in school. So Monday she was not there. Tuesday also she was not there either. And nobody noticed her absence again. Okay. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, now we come across our two other main characters, around whom the story revolves. Okay, one is Vanda, and the other girls who are the chief source of harassment are Peggy and Maddie. So on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who didn't track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Vanda wasn't there. So 2 days they did not notice, but on third day these two girls noticed. They were usually sitting in the front row. Why front row? Because they were getting good marks. Their shoes were not dirty. Okay, they were from good families. Okay, high-fi families we can say. So that's why, and they were doing well in studies also. So they were sitting in the front row, and they noticed that Vanda wasn't there. Peggy was the most popular girl in school. I already told you, students. Peggy was what? The center of attraction in school. She was intelligent, she was getting good marks, she was also good in drawing, okay, and she had many other qualities. So she was a type of bully over there. She possessed all those qualities, that's why she could afford to harass other people, but which is not good. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly. Okay, so look wise also she was good enough. Okay, good looking, and she had all the types of clothes. Maddie was her closest friend. So her closest friend, if you see, then it was Maddie. Again, it raises a question in our mind. If Maddie was also having the similar background like Vanda, then how could Maddie become friend of Peggy? So students, there are a few ways when you can develop friendship with such people. If you go on doing or go on agreeing with everything they say, then you will automatically become their friends. Understood? So Maddie must be doing that. That's why they are said to be her closest friends. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Vanda's absence was because Vanda had made them late to school. So that's why they noticed Vanda's absent. They got late on that particular day. Okay, they were waiting for Vanda to make fun of her. They waited, and the school bell already rang. School already started. So when they reached the school, they were late. So that was the reason. So that's why indirectly Vanda made them late to school. Okay. They had waited and waited for Vanda to have some fun with her, and she just hadn't come. So finally they had to go to school. They had waited enough. They often waited for Vanda Petronsky to have fun with her. Okay, students? So here we come to know about this particular behavior of Peggy and Maddie. Here it is said that they often waited. Not one or two times, often many times they waited for Venda. Why? Just to make fun of her. Okay. So students, we have completed almost the first part of this in lesson 5. When we meet next time, students, we will continue with the same lesson. We will see what happens in the story. Do they come across Venda? If they come across Venda, what sort of fun they make of Venda, and what is Venda's reaction? Okay, all those things, students, we will see in my next video. So till that time, stay fit, stay fine, have a good day. God bless you. Thank you. Have a nice day.